Year 1445, the Himalayas in winter, a small caravan of travelers moves slowly through the highest mountain pass in the known world. The snow is deep, the wind is patient, and the mules know this road better than any map ever could. Tonight, you are one of those travelers, cold outside, but not for long, because somewhere ahead, warm light is flickering in the darkness. Let this journey carry you gently into sleep, but in small quiet layers. A temple bell somewhere across the valley. Three slow strikes dissolving into cold mountain air. Then silence again. Then the sound of water. A stone fountain in the courtyard below your window. You had barely slept, not from anxiety, not from fear. The cotton blankets fall away. The air in the room is sharp and cold. Old floorboards beneath bare feet. You dress slowly, layer by layer. A thin cotton undershirt first, then a thick wool tunic. A kind of weight that feels like protection, like armor against the mountain. You pull on heavy leather boots, stiff from the cold. The leather creaks softly as your feet settle inside. Outside the small window, the sky is still deeply dark. Below in the courtyard, the mules are being prepared. 6 of them, patient creatures, standing in cold courtyard, steam rising from their backs in soft white clouds. There beneath, visible in the freezing air, a wooden saddle frame settles onto a broad back. Leather straps tighten carefully. A supply pack loaded and secured. The caravan master moves between the animals quietly. His name is Dorje, 66-year-old. He has crossed this pass more times than he can remember. His face tells the whole story. Deep lines, carved by altitude and wind. Eyes that permanently squint against brightness that hasn't existed for months. Hands that know every knot, every buckle, every mood of every mountain. He looks up as you appear in the doorway, nods once. That is enough. The caravan left Kathmandu as the sky turned from dark blue to pale grey. No sunrise, just the suggestion of it, the promise. 6 mules moving in single file through narrow stone streets, their hooves striking old cobblestones. Steady rhythm, unhurried, the sound of creatures that understand, patient completely. The city was barely stirring. A few oil lamps burning behind paper windows. The smell of wood smoke beginning to drift from cooking fires. A dog watching from a doorway without interest. Then the streets ended and the path began. Cobblestone giving way to packed earth, then packed earth giving way to stone and root, then stone and root giving way to snow. The first snow appeared gradually, small patches at first, filling the hollows between rocks, gathering in the shadows of pine trees, then spreading, connecting, until the path itself was nothing but white, and the mules simply continued, their hooves pressing confidently through the surface crust, finding solid ground beneath, always finding it. You settled into the rhythm of your mule. His name, according to Dorje, was Pemba, 14 years old, a veteran of his crossing many times over. His back was broad and steady beneath you. His pace never changed, not on flat ground, not on steep inclines, not when the wind pushed sideways against the caravan. Simply forward, always forward. The pine forest thickened around the path, enormous trees, ancient, their branches heavy with accumulated snow. A branch somewhere above releases its load, snow cascading down through lower branches, a small white avalanche landing softly on the path behind you. Pemba doesn't flinch. The forest muffled everything beautifully, sound absorbed by snow on every surface, the air thinner, cleaner. He pointed ahead without speaking. The pass. It appeared between two enormous rock faces like a wound in the mountain, a gap barely wide enough for two mules to walk abreast. Wind funneled through it with concentrated force, carrying crystals of ice that stung any exposed skin. Dorje turned to look at the group. His eyes moved from face to face, reading something invisible. Then he nodded and urged his mule forward. Entering the pass felt like entering another world entirely. The rock walls rose on either side, ancient stone, streaked with mineral colors, rust and grey and pale yellow, ice filling every crack and crevice. Then screamed again, unpredictable. Pemba walked without hesitation, his broad head down slightly, ears flat against the wind, but hooves steady. You pressed yourself lower against his warm neck, living warmth, steady and reassuring. Above the pass, the sky was extraordinary, just deep blue, more like a painting than weather. And against that blue, two peaks, impossibly white, rising in every direction, limit kept building upward. The pass took 1 hour to cross. It felt both longer and shorter than that simultaneously. Then the descent began, the path angling downward now. Then the sharp ice crystal gone, still cold, but manageable cold. White and brown and endlessly open. A world that had decided space was its primary language. Each flag carrying prayers into the air, each one placed by some traveler before you, a small proof of presence in an. Dorje slowed at the caravan past the prayer's flag. His lips moved silently, his head bowed slightly, then forward again. The afternoon light on the plateau was extraordinary, low and golden, coming in at a long angle that turned everything amber and warm despite the cold. Shadows stretched endlessly from every rock, every prayer flag, every mule far ahead of you, long and thin, and walking on the snow. The monastery appeared as the light was failing, first just dark shape against the pale plateau, then walls becoming visible, ancient, built into hillside as through grown rather than constructed. Then windows, yellow with lamplight. The caravan moved toward those lights instinctively, the way all cold tired travelers have always moved toward light. The mule's pace remained unchanged, but something in their bearing shifted, slightly more purposeful. They knew, they always knew, wrapped in dark red robes, a thick wool blanket over his shoulders. Against the cold, he bowed deeply as the caravan approached. Dorje returned the bow from his saddle. Words exchanged in Tibetan, soft, respectful. Then the gate opened. Ancient hinges, ancient wood, ancient stone threshold, worn smooth by centuries for arrival. Snow in the courtyard, undisturbed except for the monk's footprints. A large brass prayer wheel stood at the courtyard center. A monk walking past gave it a gentle push. It turned slowly, soft metallic whisper filling the courtyard. The mules were led to a stone stable, low ceiling, warm from the body heat of animals already inside. The smell of hay and warmth and living creatures. Pemba walked in without hesitation, found his place, hay underfoot, water from a stone trough, a low exhale, the sound of an animal finally at rest. Tonight, the crossing was done. Tonight, the pass was behind you. Tonight, the cold was on the other side of stone walls, 2 feet thick. And in this small warm room, in a monastery built into Himalayan hillside in the year 1445, you were exactly where you needed to be. Nowhere else, nothing else. Just this warmth, weight, darkness. Let the mountain hold you. Let the stars watch over you. Let the chanting carry you somewhere deeper than sleep, somewhere older, somewhere the cold never reaches, deep, warm, still.